You know, I've been spending a lot of time thinking about what this means. We have multiple times this week gotten up and talked about the sterling history of the civil rights of this state. We have talked about over 150 years of all the firsts that Iowa has brought forward. And when we talk about the history of the state, and when people talk about 100 years from now, our versions of ourselves 100 years from now, when they talk about that history, this is going to be a black spot. Because history, if you look through it, talks about the forward progress of humanity. Honestly, what will be remembered 100 years from now is this vote. If you go back 100 years, can you talk about the tax policy, the marginal tax rate that occurred, what the property tax rates were at that time? No. But we can sound off about all the firsts that occurred, because history remembers these moments. So when you go vote later today on this bill, this will be the legacy of this body. Many of you will not be remembered for a single other thing other than this vote. And this legacy of what that vote will be one of tarnishing our sterling record in the state of Iowa. This is not the history that we should be writing in Iowa, that a group of individuals in a severe minority, that the tyranny of the majority decided to put their thumb on them and say, you do not belong. You should not exist. You should not be a part of our culture. You should not be a part of the state of Iowa. You should not be here. We want to remove you from our spaces. We want to take you from where we want you. We don't even want to remember you.
Point of order has been called. Senator Dawson, state your point.
Mr. President, Rule 9, the senator shall confine all remarks to the questions under debate and shall avoid implication of improper motives.
Senator Blake, this is the third time I've had to call that on the caucus. Please refrain from those types of comments.
About history and legacy?
About motives.
I didn't bring forward this bill. For that, I ask people to please vote down this bill.